Welcome back to Squid Game Theory. Today we're going to be checking out episode 5 of season 4. For context of this series, I'm using this news article that I saw about 2 months ago now, it feels like. And with that, I've wrote my own season 4. And today we're going to be checking out episode number 5 of that. If you did miss the last episode, make sure you do go watch that, but I will just briefly dabble what happened. Of course, we had the capture the flag game, and then all the players, well, before even that, one of the Peter's team, they died to one of our villains, but then the villains did lose that round of capture the flag anyway. So, at the end of the video, they all voted to leave, and it ended on them talking about the games being a scam. So, before the title card, the episode will opens with a knock to a door. Inho stood, waiting for the door to be opened. The door opens. Inho says, Junho? Junho says, Inho? Title card. Squid Game. 405. Brothers. Oh my, I've been so excited to do this episode, record it for you all, and hopefully you do enjoy it. Returns to the bar. Peter's group were left in the end of the last video. They continue discussing the idea of the games being a huge scam. Eventually, they all return back to their homes. In the morning, we have shots of all our other characters, the villains, and the weaker characters. The ones that all got their more screen time than just the extras. And it shows why they're struggling, why they had to go to the games, what their lives, but now they're back. Why they had to, yeah. So we have an entire segment of that. And it transitions now back to Peter. He's back at his mother's now. He is excited to see his children again. The youngest of his children all run up to him and he squeezes them tightly. He is so happy to see them again. Now we're going to transition to Joe, visiting his children. His ex-wife is not liking his presence. As he leaves, she follows him. Sasha says, hey, take this. Hands him money. Joe says, thanks. What's this for? Take this and then stay away from the children. I'll even forget about the child support payments. Just let us move to Europe in peace. You're moving to Europe? And now you're trying to pay me off? Here, take your money. He storms off. Now back to Korea. Junho and Inho sit quietly at a table. Junho says, why are you back? Inho says, I'm sorry, Junho, for everything. Junho says, please, just tell me why. Inho says, well, he explains how his life turned upside down, and he explains he had nothing after his wife and unborn child died. Junho says, and Song? Where is he? Inho says, he died. For the baby. The baby I left here for you. The final game. It was him. And the baby left. He sacrificed himself for the baby. I tried to help him and the baby leave, but even with the power to kill the other players before the final game, he still chose to play the final game anyway. Junho, he looks shocked, but he speaks up. Junho says, so now what? The island is destroyed. What are you up to these days? Inho replies, I host the United States games now. Junho says, of course you do. Inho says, I'm trying to take the games down. Gi-hun's death made me cry. Made me realize I can't keep up with this. Back now. Well, before I move on, let's take a moment to process that conversation. Inho is trying to take the games down. Oh my god. Wow. Anyway, let's move on from the excitement. Back now a week later. Montage of all the players, all the characters, being handed a card. They've now been handed the business card again. The business card reads, return to the games or claim your money. When you decide, call the number. Peter's gang meets and discusses their options. Peter speaks, I want to avenge our fallen friend. I want to destroy the monsters that run those games. Everyone agrees. They all call the number and agree to return. End credits. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Again, it's a little bit shorter, but this episode is the... I find that the episodes that are shorter for me to explain, or because I don't go into detail with some of the lines, because that's open to opinion, and of course that would take further writing from me or Hwang, Dong-hyuk. But episodes that are shorter for me to record mean usually that they can be lengthened out to over an hour. As I said, this one is easily lengthened to over an hour. So, what happens now? You may be wondering. I'm going to be splitting season 4, into 2 parts. Oh, don't worry though. That means I'm not taking a break from this series. I still be doing them every 6 days. I think I've been posting them, so every 6 days there'll be a new episode still. So you just have to wait 6 days for the next one. But I feel as if this was going on to Netflix, we could do 5 episodes, and then we could do a break. They could still film them back to back, but whilst they're filming the 6, 7, 8, 9, they can easily go and start dubbing and editing the first 5, and then the final 4 say come out maybe a month or 2 later, rather than I wouldn't say make us wait 6 months again like we did last time. So yeah, that's it for part 1 of Squid Game season 4. We've got a really big reveal at the end with Inho, and of course everyone's decided to go back to the games. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all for the next one. Goodbye.